How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Gamepointz Dota 2 guide video. Today let's look at how to play Snapfire. During this video we will learn about hero abilities, item choices, gameplay and talent tree selection for playing support Snapfire. And I'd be grateful if you can hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I publish awesome content like this. Alright, let's start. Beatrix Snapfire is one of the very few ranged strength heroes who's usually played as a position 5 or 4 in the current patch. She rides a cute dragon toad named Mortimer and has a kit that allows her to deal heavy magic damage, control lanes and disrupt team fights. Her first ability is called Scatter Blast, which slows and does damage in a cone-shaped area in front of her. The blast can hit units up to 1200 range away and deals 290 damage. Enemies who are caught at point blank range, however, will receive a 50% extra damage bonus. Enemies who get hit by the Scatter Blast also have their movement speed reduced by 100% for 1 second. Snapfire's second ability is called Fire Snap Cookie. Essentially, she will feed you or Mortimer a cookie that makes them hop a short distance. The hopping unit will damage enemies for 280 and stun them for 2.2 seconds if they are in the landing zone. Lil Shredder is Snapfire's third ability and it allows her to unload 6 heated rounds in quick succession. She gets 300 bonus attack range for the 6 attacks and they do 80 fixed damage while slowing the attack speed of the enemy by 30 for 3 seconds per hit. She has an ultimate unlike what any other hero has. It's called Mortimer Kisses and it allows her pet dragon toad to unleash a volley of fire speed globs over 6 seconds around a minimum cast range of 600 and an insane max cast range of 3000 units. Each glob does 320 damage on impact and forms a puddle which does a further 100 damage per second for over 3 seconds while reducing movement speed by 25%. The globs can be targeted using a move order via right-clicking or by pressing the move hotkey and selecting a target point. Let's take a look at the item choices and gameplay. Snapfire deals a heavy amount of magic damage at the expense of mana. Therefore, along with the usual 6 tangos, of which you will share 2 with your mid laner, you usually go into the lane with a Clarity, Mangoes and a Salve. I personally prefer Arcane Boots on Snapfire as it helps you keep your mana levels high, allows you to nuke your enemies in team fights and farm a few creeps here and there using your abilities. You can opt to go for Tranquils if you are really behind in net worth, but what you need to remember is that Snapfire is a strength hero and her mana pool is not as massive as the typical intelligence-based support heroes in Dota. Raindrops are also a great item on Snapfire because they provide that much needed mana regen and magic damage block during the early game. A magic wand will also come in handy, but you can opt to skip this if there aren't too many ability spammers. A headdress purchase is a really good choice, which you could later upgrade into a mechanism, which can be coupled with the arcane boots to make guardian greaves. Greaves will help your team to push towers and keep them topped up with mana and health whilst dispelling any debuffs. You can opt for just the arcane boots and then go for more defensive items such as glimmer capes and force staffs depending on your situation. A Rod of Atos or a Yule Scepter are both really good items that help you set up for Fire Snap Cookie stuns. Snapfire can actually control the lane quite well and take a decent amount of harassment herself. Her relatively large health pool and great strength gain in comparison to other support heroes allow her to withstand a bit of a beating while harassing the enemy in lane. Snapfire has a base attack time of 1.6 and a very high projectile speed of 1800 that is only second to Gyrocopter and Sniper. This allows her to harass enemies relatively easily if positioned correctly. Mortimer Kisses is an ability that can be comboed with any type of AoE disable. Chronosphere, Arena of Blood, Pit of Malice, or even abilities like a Kinetic Field can be used to trap enemies in an AoE so that you can unleash all that devastating damage of her ultimate. Another great thing about Snapfire is that you can use your Scatter Blast in combination with your Fire Snap Cookies to clear out creep waves and get some much needed farm. This is especially easy if you go for the Arcane Boots over Tranquils. Positioning is key for Snapfire players. Your Fire Snap cookies can be used to make surprise initiations. You can just hide in the trees and let an ally be visible in the lane, giving a false sense of security to the enemy. You simply wait for your ally to face the direction of your enemy and feed a Fire Snap cookie to your ally, which causes your ally to hop into the enemy, damaging and stunning him, which could even result in a kill. As she is a strength hero and has the ability to rack up a few last hits, unlike most supports, you can also opt to go for a pipe on her if the enemy team has overwhelming magic damage. Aghanim Scepter gives an additional talent to Beatrix called Gobble Up. Gobble Up allows Mortimer to literally gobble up a creep or an allied hero, which he can then spit towards enemies. The unit can stay in Mortimer's belly for 3 seconds. The sub-ability is called Spit Out, and Mortimer can spit out the unit in his mouth, causing impact damage and stun in a large area. The glob in which the hero travels leaves a pool of fire spit upon impact that slows and applies damage over time. Let's look at the talent tree selection for Snapfire. At level 10, you can opt for either the plus 200 health or the plus 15 movement speed. I usually go for the plus 15 movement speed as Snapfire is relatively slow. However, if there are constant skirmishes and the enemy team has a strong early game in which you need to survive more, the plus 200 health talent will come in handy. At level 15, I usually go for the Fire Snap Cookie Health Restore talent as it instantly restores 200 health, which could potentially allow me to save an important ally from certain death. But if you are snowballing or need to quickly burst down an enemy, the plus 48 Scatterblast damage is the one for you. In my opinion, unless you are playing core Snapfire, you should always go for the plus 20% Mortimer Kisses movement speed slow over the Little Shredder using normal attack damage. Your ultimate will slow enemies even further and cause chaos in teamfights. As a support Snapfire, you would not be building damage items or rely on right clicks to damage enemies, which is the main reason for selecting the movement speed slow talent. Last but not least, the level 25 talent is a bit of a decision you need to make during each game. If there are enemy right-clickers who have low BKB durations, the Scatterblast 2.5 second disarm is amazing. However, if your team is heavily reliant on powerful wombo combos to bring down the enemy team, the plus 6 Mortimer Kisses is the talent you need. Alright everyone, that's it for this guide on how to play support Snapfire. I hope you enjoyed this guide and learned something from it to take into your games. By the way, the channel has reached 250 subscribers recently and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So this is me saying thank you very much for helping the channel grow. If you enjoyed this video and think that it can be useful, please do not forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified when I publish more content like this. Until we meet again guys, it's GG, well played.